So I'm here with former wide receiver of the Buffalo Bills, Donald Jones. Donald, pleasure to meet you, man. Great to have you here. I really appreciate it. All right, so Donald, I just want to ask you a few questions. I know you've been in the league about 4 years. All right, so all with the Buffalo Bills. Career ended a little bit short because you had kidney disease. So pretty much what we want to do is we want to touch up on that. Want to tell the folks that the league average NFL career is about 3 years. It's much more things outside of football that people may look forward to. What would you tell a young high school football player that may have NFL dreams?
If you're a young kid and you have dreams of going into the league, the biggest thing is work harder than everybody else. You got to work harder than the person next to you, whoever that is. If it's the person on your team, if you feel like it's the dude in the town next to you, you got to work harder than them. Obviously, you got to have grades now. They change the NCAA, all of that, so you got to be able to get through clearinghouse and just have fun, man. Just have fun. That's the biggest thing. The older you get, the more it becomes a business, and obviously you have to understand the business. But if you're out there having fun and you balling and you scoring and you doing whatever, getting sacks, interceptions, whatever the case may be, everything else will fall in place. You know what I mean? But if you're not having fun, then what you doing it for?
Your son plays for Plainfield Titans.
Yeah.
All right, and he's 8 years old, and he's a stud. Seeing the kid in person, he's a stud. He's catching it at his highest points. It's hard to see kids at that age catching the ball the way he does. But at one point, you told me that you didn't want him to play football at all. Touch on that and tell us what.
I mean, my biggest thing is because I played now in the NFL, I know the toll it takes on your body. I started playing when I was 6. I played every year until I was 25 years old. And now my body, I feel it. I always tell people that football years are like dog years. It's like an extra 5 to 7 years per year. And so for me, it was like I didn't really want him to play football, at least not right now. The problem is he's been in football since he was born.
He's balling at that.
Yeah, I mean,
so he's doing good.
Since he was a baby, he always had a football in his hand, or some sort of a ball, football, basketball, baseball. But he just really took a liking to football, being at my games, meeting athletes and football players all across the country. So, it's hard to really pull that away from him, especially when he's a good kid, he has good grades. Can't really ask for more out of him right now. So it's like, all right, man, you want to do it? I'm going to let you do it. But I got to be, the biggest thing is I have to be there to watch and make sure the coaches are doing the right things. If they're not, I'm pulling them off the field.
Yeah, you have to. Is there something that you think the NFL can do at this point to make the game a little safer?
I've always said the only thing the NFL can do to make this game safer is take the face mask off down. Go back to leather.
To the leatherheads.
Yeah, leatherheads. That's the only thing that they can do. And we know that's not going to happen because then you're not going to have the same hits. You feel like you're safe in that helmet. And you're going to dive in there and you're going to make crazy plays. I mean, it takes a certain type of person to play football. Now, if they had that helmet on and that face mask, and they don't got to worry about their face getting messed up or any of that stuff, they're going to dive in there and make those tackles every single time. You take that face mask off, and they really, now they're worried about the face a little bit, they might not necessarily go in there as hard, and I feel like that's the only way you can really eliminate as many concussions as they have.
Once you got that helmet on, you kind of feel invincible.
Yeah, man, you got that helmet, the shoulder pads, all of that, you feel like, I can go in there and just dive in there crazy and make a tackle.
That's the first time I've heard somebody say that, man. That's crazy. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah,
but so yeah, it makes perfect sense because obviously these big hits. Do you think the rules that they've made is actually hurting the game, or is it really making it a little bit safe for the players?
I think they're trying to do their best to make it safe for the players, but I think at the same time it is hurting the game. Now, we can't just say that that's the only thing hurting the game because there are a lot of other things in play right now that are hurting the game, and we're talking off the field, political, all of that stuff. So for me, I think the rules that they're putting in place, you hear the players complain about it, especially on the defensive side of the ball, or really it's just whatever team that's getting flagged. They're the ones
that doesn't benefit from it.
Yeah, that doesn't benefit from it. They're the ones that are complaining, but I think they are trying their best to make the game safer. It's hard though, man. These dudes are getting bigger, stronger, faster every year. They're running into each other from a long distance away. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have concussions. You're gonna get the big hits. You're gonna The guy's gonna hit the ground, the head's gonna bounce off the ground, all of that stuff, you know. So they can try to put as many rules in place as they want to. At the end of the day, I think you have certain dudes that's like, yo, I'll take the fine, but I'm playing football out here, and if there's a quarterback back there, I'm gonna hit him like he's anybody else on the field, you know. And so it is what it is.
It was your second or third year. You had a pretty solid season. You had about over 600 yards, you had a few TDs. You were looking like a pretty good NFL wide receiver. Not that, you know, everyone has to be good to make it in the NFL at some point, but you looked like you were going to have a promising career. And then the kidney disease struck. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how it affected your life, changed your life? And obviously, the first year retired. What are you doing now?
Yeah, so my second year, I had a good year. We started out like 5-1 that year. That was the year we beat the Patriots in Buffalo. And then, you know, everything fell off. And then in my third season, I went into kidney failure. And so, you know, that was tough because I was negotiating a contract, a long-term deal with the team. I was the number 2 wide receiver, so I was a starter. Scoring touchdowns, having fun, all of that stuff. But my kidneys, my body just couldn't handle it. You know, once I went into kidney failure, I had to shut it down. And I left there. I went to New England for a little bit, but my body just couldn't take it anymore. So I shut it down, and I had a transplant like three months later.
Wow.
And then I wrote a book that became a #1 seller. I got a book over there. I wrote a book that became a #1 seller. I started traveling, doing speaking engagements, and then I got into the media, which is fun. I like doing the media stuff. And then I got into real estate, you know, and that's what I do now. And that's multiple things. You know, I'm a real estate agent. I'm a notary closing agent, so I go in and just close out mortgages, and then just buying up properties, you know, with different investors, with family, all of this.
Do you think the NFL has provided you that step to take in order to get to where you are now?
Yeah, I think, I mean, the NFL provided me a lot. And they do a lot for the players. There are a lot of programs in place. If you want to do real estate, they got a real estate school.
Okay.
You want to do media, they got a media school. There's a lot that you can do, business schools, all of that stuff. Or at least, you know, like boot camps and stuff. And just, when you play the NFL, there's something about it. I don't care who I met. I met a lot of wealthy people in my life. Like, not athletes or celebrities. I'm talking like wealthy people. And when they meet an athlete that has played at that level, they're just shocked, like amazed. And so when you say, look, I played in the NFL, it's a whole different light behind you. But then you got to follow that up with hard work and all of that stuff, you know. So it definitely will get your foot in the door, but then you got to now follow it up just like anybody else in the world.
You miss it? You miss being in the NFL?
I think the only thing that I miss, obviously I miss playing on Sundays. I miss like going to the stadiums in the morning, or waking up in the hotel, eating breakfast with the team, going to the stadium in the morning, you know, the warm-ups, and then playing the games, crowd, crazy, traveling. I love traveling. So I miss traveling with the team and playing in away stadiums and with the crowd coming at you all crazy. I miss that stuff. I miss my teammates. That's the biggest thing. You know, I've made some really good friendships, and all those guys are now scattered around the country and around the world. And so I miss those guys. Other than that, no, I don't miss them.
Yo, Mr. Brian, miss being in the church down
there. I mean, people don't understand what it is that you go through when you play in the league. And we were talking about this off air before we came on. I mean, especially your rookie year, you play, you know, 11, 12, 13 games in college. Then you go straight to your combine training. Wherever you go, you train, you might play in the Senior Bowl, whatever bowl game. Then you go to the combine, then you get drafted. You go straight into rookie mini camps, to training camp, to an NFL season. And in your first year, if you're on the team that goes all the way to the Super Bowl, you're playing 24 games.
It's a lot of games, man.
And that's double what you played in college.
2 seasons.
Yeah, exactly. So without any break from your last college season.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get to a point where you're just like, yo, I'm tired of football right now. I don't want to see another football, no none of that stuff. So, I don't miss any of that stuff.
Understandable.
Yeah.
So, one thing I gotta tease you on, man. Vince Wilfork.
Oh yeah. It's crazy.
He really went on you, man.
Yeah.
And I meant to ask you this before, but Vince Wilfork, man. Well, tell me about that play.
So we ran like a middle wide receiver screen, and my coach loved this play. My first touchdown was on this very exact play. We call it Navy screen. This is a midship middle wide receiver screen. So anyway, my quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick, set me up. He threw the ball up in the air where I had to go up and catch it. And then Vince Wilfork was smart. The Patriots, we played them twice a year. They know we like to run that play. He dropped right out there, and Fitz, he threw it up. I jumped up and caught it. And Vince, I mean, the hit looked a lot worse than what it was. It didn't hurt at all because he caught me in the air. It just kind of put me down. If he would have landed on me, it would have hurt.
Talking about a 350-pound man.
Huge dude. If he would have landed on me, it would have hurt. But he didn't land on me. He landed kind of on the side. So it looked a lot worse. I got hit in the league a lot worse than that hit.
Okay.
I was put to sleep.
What was the hardest hit?
We were in Denver, and I got put to sleep. Raheem Moore, safety, put me out. It was a cover 2 hole shot, and Fitz put it up there. I went to go get it, and the safety point just came over and laid me out. I was asleep. But that one with Vince Wilfork was that's one that everybody talks about. It looks,
it's so big.
Yeah.
You don't see that from him. Vince is a veteran's vet.
It is. I never wanted to be on anybody's highlight tape, and I know Vince Wilfork to be in the Hall of Fame one day. And that play is going to be. That play is going to be. It's like, I'm going to be like, come on, man, I don't want to see that.